Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming. State Representative Dan Ugaste, 65th District, covering portions of Kane and McHenry County. I am joined today by my colleagues, Representative Mark Batnick of the 97th District, Avery Bourne of the 93rd District, and Noreen Hammond of the 95th District. Today I'm here to talk about the ongoing state of emergency in Illinois as so declared by the governor, the overreach of executive power, and the protection of our representative democracy. Emergency is defined in the dictionary as an unforeseen combination of circumstances or resulting state that calls for immediate action. It's also defined as an urgent need for assistance or relief. For the last 20 months, we have had one person rule our state, operating under a continual emergency declaration. In fact, to date, he's made 91 such orders. That's 91 times that constituents, business owners, and families and the entire legislative body have been silenced. The governor has relied on what has been deemed ambiguous legislation or an ambiguous section of the Illinois Emergency Management Act to issue continuous emergency declarations and exercise authority he otherwise would not possess. I have filed legislation to address this problem. It would ensure the legislature is involved in determining how our state is run. My House Bill 843 would guarantee executive power is kept in check and that the legislature is not denied its role in governing the state. It's important that as members of the legislature, we are able to act on the concerns of the people in our district in governing at all times, and only in the most extreme circumstances should the executive authority be allowed to, or the executive be allowed to act alone. As lawmakers, we have a job to do, and that is to be the voice for our constituents so that they believe that their views are represented. How the current health situation has been handled is not how our system of government was intended to operate, nor as our system of checks and balances has been meant to function. By the continual rule of executive order, the people have had no voice. Ladies and gentlemen, our citizens have gone to war so that the people could have a voice. Good men and women have died. Our own state government should not ignore this fact. I have made several public and private requests for this bill to be heard. In fact, this goes back to the spring of 2020 when I first started asking our legislative leaders to bring us back so we could address this situation, this healthcare crisis, with the governor and have input as into how the state would address it. It was ignored. It's also not the first time I filed a bill on this issue. House Bill 5790 was filed in the 101st General Assembly, and it would have put, just like this bill, an immediate end to continuing declarations of emergency power for the same emergency beyond 30 days. We need legislative input in these matters, and yet it was not allowed a hearing. Despite my best efforts, the Democrats have still not signed on to this and have not allowed me a hearing. These actions, or the lack of actions as the case may be, that of the governor and the majority party has denied a co-equal branch of government and the people their voice to be heard in this state. I ask, what is it going to take before they join me in protecting our system of government?